Welcome once again to a BeerNative beer review. My name is Steve Jaguar. Welcome. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, share with your friends, tell people all about it, and they too can learn more about awesome beer. In this one, this was a recommendation, actually. I didn't pick this one. I was made aware of it in the comments of a previous video, and I am excited. Actually, now that I've looked into it a little bit, I've got a couple, but I'm only going to open one today. One is for relaxation purposes, and the other one is the one I will be sampling, which is very cool. It is from it's a collaboration, primarily from Cloudwater, and then another brewery called The Veil, and the beer is called Chubbles. Let's take a real quick look at a couple of them here. So I'm going to be sampling Chubbles³ or Chubbles Enhanced. Now, other versions are available. There's the original Chubbles. There's Chubbles, you can see there. And they're all triple IPAs around 10%. I think one of the older versions of Chubbles was a 10.9, so close to 11. And the fact that it was recommended to me, a little bit of gratuitous branding there, is interesting because somebody said, "Ooh, you're going to love the Chubbles." And I thought, okay. For those who are unaware, I thought he said the Troubles, which is like the bad stuff that happened in Northern Ireland. I'm like, I'm not sure I would like that. Chubbles, Chubbles. As actually, while we're talking about the fact that I just spelled it out, if we go back to the picture, you see the ones and zeros just below the name in both instances. That's binary. That is actually spelling if you're ever drinking this beer and you're wondering, what is that? That's binary for the word Chubbles. I told you I was geeky. It says Chubbles in binary. Look at that. Pretty cool stuff, right? Now you know. All right, so let's take a look real quick. You saw them in the image. I've got them both here. This is Chubbles, not opened, but I'm sure it's wonderful. And I've got the victim here with both. You can see in tiny purple, you've got the Cloudwater logo and the Veil. They are hard to see from there, but you can see it in the picture earlier if you're interested. To explore a little bit about these breweries, let's jump over to the screen. Here we have Cloudwater. Clouds from time to time. And bring a chance to, clouds come from time to time and bring a chance to rest from looking at the moon. Oh, it's nice. But yeah, anyway, they're a very cool brewery. A lot of people really admire Cloudwater for everything they do in terms of their core range, in terms of their seasonals, the regular releases they have. They've been around since 2015. They hit the sweet spot in terms of starting a brewery. And what I really like is, let's take a look at seasonal artwork here and see if they've still got, there we go. Their beer changes with the seasons. They change artists and they commission artists. So you can see here an archive of the artists they've worked with. So really cool, right? You see different flavors of art in the cans. They are properly turning both the interior and the exterior into a work of art. Come on, top notch. That totally appeals to me. So they have collaborated with The Veil. Let's see, let's grab theveilbrewing.com. So when you go to The Veil, they automatically route you over to their online where to buy it as curbside pickup because they don't do delivery. America's a little bit stricter. You can see Richmond and Norfolk, the American versions of these, if you're in the UK, right? Just so you know that. I just picked one at random just so I could get a little bit more of a feel for the brewery. And lo and behold, look in beers. Look at the one that showed up. Hey, Chubbles 2. So they've got this series going on as well. You can see the Veil and the Cloudwater logo there. I bet you their version's slightly different, but also somewhat the same. So if you're in America and you're watching this, try and get a version of the Chubbles from the Veil. I'd be very curious to see what that tastes like. I did click on here just in case you are in America and you're thinking, "Ooh, how do I do that?" But I didn't see it. It wasn't on, unless I'm blind. It was the thumbnail, but it wasn't actually present as something I could buy, which was kind of disappointing, you know. But otherwise, very good, right? It's looking good. If you want to buy Chubbles in the UK where I am, then just Google Chubbles Cloudwater and a bunch of options show up. Cloudwater, Hop Art has it. I think it's here. This looks like kind of the original one. which I think I did order that, but it didn't show up. I think it was out when I ordered. And then there's Chubbles³. This is the one here. And you can see a double dry hop version of the same one with the Veil in Richmond, Vermont, and English malt, ton of flaked oats. It sounds really good, right? English yeast, Galaxy, Citra, and Dorado. And then, if we can find it, is this Chubbles? No, I had to find. This is the original, which is 10.9. I haven't found that yet. Maybe that's the one out of the Veil. And then I found this one at Beer Gorilla. Out of stock, though. But it seems like the latest. It seems the most interesting because it's got Citra, Dorado for a bit of woomph, Nelson Sauvin for a bit of, let's say, white wininess, and some Galaxy. It sounds like it's going to be amped. Well, even they stay cranked up to the limits. So this is the one I was the most interested in. Although I was tempted to do Chubbles just because I think you can still buy it. But this is just getting a feel for the series. And yeah, if you were wondering, there's the binary. I figured, I looked at the first 8 and I sadly knew that was a C in ASCII. And I just assumed it said Chubbles. And so I just rather than figure it all, I typed it all in and sure enough, it says Chubbles. So let's jump back to the main screen. Boom, boom. All right. I have a glass. I have a beer. Well, that's the wrong one. I have the purple one. Let's have a go. Oh, that is, so I've had a few beers recently that said, ooh, a juice bomb. You're going to love it. It's going to be all juicy. We kind of figured based on the hop profile here, right? With the Galaxy and the Nelson Sauvin, and then the sort of core Citra for the IPA range in there in the Galaxy. This is going to a little bit Kiwi, right? A little bit New Zealand. And it is just popping the top on it. Just going to do this. Nice little fuzzy head. It looks at a glance to be pretty hazy. I did not check. The other one had flaked oats in it. I assume they're sticking to a similar recipe. And I can expect a typically similar. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So it's got a bit of a density to it. It looks like juice. It looks like fermented OJ. All right, so let's have a little get on in there. Oh, I do get white wine. So Nelson Sauvin, there's two, and I've said this before, but if you didn't see the previous ones, Nelson Sauvin and things like Hallertau Blanc, they get the Sauvins and the Blancs and all these kind of bit that they're poaching that from the wine regions. Nelson Sauvin being New Zealand, and really popular for Sauvignon Blanc from the Marlborough region, a region where you can get just great wine with almost no effort and no money. You get that gooseberry element heavily. And you get peach. Ooh, it's nice. Ooh, it's good. All right, let's have a little sip. Oh, it's got the bitter hits fast and hard. It is. Whoa. And a little bit of dankness, which I expected. So I'm starting to really like Dorado, and I've been sort of following and maybe even trending towards buying beers that have that in it just to get a real better flavor for it. But that leaps out. However, what's good about that is if you go for the second, it subsides a bit, and then you get to just sit and let the Citra wash over you. And so the gooseberry and the Nelson Sauvin, they're big on the nose, but they're not so much on the palate, which is kind of nice. It doesn't have the sharpness you would expect associated with the smell, but it's nice. It's smooth. It's just gliding across my palate, so the mouth feels rocking it right now. And one more. Yeah. Oh, it's just peachy papaya. I mean, I can be generic and say stone fruit, right? That's what we mean when we say that. But it's just like that biting into a peach where you go, your mouth is flooded with all that awesomeness. You've got a nose full of like a delicious white wine. What a great combination that would be. Imagine if you just took white wine, like a Sauvignon Blanc, threw a bit of peach juice in it. That wouldn't be, I mean, that wouldn't be as good, but it would, something like that would be would be nice. It would be a nice kind of spritzery kind of way of making a cocktail. I have to think about that. Maybe a bit of grenadine in there because I'm kind of feeling like I'm getting a bit of that. You know what I mean? Like I don't say biting into a pomegranate, but that because pomegranate has two things. Pomegranate's got this the bitterness from the seeds along with a very sort of tart, nice fruitiness. And plus, if you catch a bit of the pith inside a pomegranate, you get that bitter, which is what this starts with from like the El Dorado. So it's not bad. That's really good. I am pleased. I have a feeling it was Steve Walsh who suggested I use this one, and you are right. I might have to now that I see that it's still for sale in a few places. I might rebuy because that is an absolute champion. Okay, let's score it up. Now I'm gonna score the series on art because it's very spacey. It's got that sort of font that makes me really like it. And it's got a sort of this is a pretty plain art, I would say. It's probably even better if I even put the image back up on the screen so you can see a real close up. You can see kind of the if you run your finger over, you can see that there's texture to the label. It's very hard to read. The other with Chubbles is much easier, but it's got this kind of starry theme to both of them, but it's sort of color coded. The original was black, and while I would say from a supermarket perspective, this would be terrible branding because nobody would know what it was. You can't read the darn thing. You'd probably never sell it. But let's hope to holy hot cross buns that nobody would ever try. They would never. This would never be something that they would put into a supermarket. The only did anybody ever see Cloudwater in a supermarket? I don't know, except for the BrewDog collaboration they did, which is actually still pretty good. So this is a proper craft beer. Buy it direct. Buy it from somewhere like Hop Art. And I like the art. I like the whole theme. I like the style. I love the collaboration. So I'm gonna give it a 4 on art. Just a 3 on packaging is pretty normal. Yeah, the art's embossed. I'm gonna stick with 4. I can be more granular now. I'm gonna go 4.5 on art because I like it. 3 on packaging, 7.5 on accuracy. I think they smashed it. Like it's a really good triple IPA. Let's see their description on the screen just here. They're saying Chubbles Enhanced is a new addition because it is. It is. Huge dry hop, triple APA, triple. Well, you can tell the Nelson Sauvin blows out the top of the can as soon as you open it. And I now have to go back and try the other one, the predecessor, to see if they actually have amped it up. But I think they lived up to the fact that they really built my hopes up and they delivered. Accuracy, I'm gonna go with 5. I think they nailed it. Is it unique? It's not really. It's a triple IPA with a great hop collection, but they did a good job on it. So I'm gonna say uniqueness in terms of the series. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 4 then. I'm being kind. Clearly, I'm in a good mood today. It's Easter. That gives them a 16.5. 9 plus 7.5. 16.5. Do I like it? It's dangerous that I like triple IPAs. I think when triple IPAs are uncommon enough and they are not supermarket, they are proper craft, that the breweries who make them, I feel like they'd really toil over them. They make them right. So as a result, when you start getting into the triple IPAs, you're drinking these works of art that they have spent time on, and the reward is equally associated with that. So yeah, it's good. I'm probably going to throw a 9 at it. So it's going to have a 25.5 is what it's going to be. out of 30. Super high score. And thank you very much for, I'm going to say, Steve, if you recommended it, thank you very much. Keep them coming. I know you recommended for a further episode that I do the Ale Farm Plethora that's in my fridge. I noticed it's too far. It's a double dry hop. It's too far past the purchase date to do it any justice. So I'm going to have to find something alternative to do that. Probably the Almasty Pineapple Dippa that'll be coming up soon. So that's the end of that one. Excited. If you can find any of the Chubbles series, I would say do it. Absolutely latch onto that. Go buy some and leave a message in the comments. All right. Thank you once again for watching. My name is Steve Giguere. This has been a BeerNative beer review. And that is me out. Where's my exit? Let's get the outro. Outro.